What's up, everyone? James Lynch here for Odds Checker US, taking a look at Saturday's UFC 274 main card, which goes down at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time in Phoenix, Arizona at the Footprint Center. Kicking off the main card and the pay-per-view, it's going to be Donald Cowboy Cerrone taking on Joe Lauzon. Let's have a quick look at the tail of the tape here. Cerrone, 39 years old, Lauzon, 37. You'll see Cerrone's the favorite at minus 180. 6'1" compared to 5'10", 73 to 71. If you remember, Cerrone's also fought at welterweight, so he's going to be a little bit bigger in this fight. Lauzon's always fought at lightweight, and Lauzon coming in off a pretty long layoff, hasn't fought since 2019 when he got that nice win in Boston over Jonathan Pierce. Cerrone, meanwhile, fought last year, was finished by Alex Morono, if you remember, in the very first round. So yeah, bit of a layoff for both, but more so for Lauzon going into this fight. Next fight we're going to look at here is Ovince St. Preux against Mauricio Shogun Hua. This is a rematch. If you guys remember, they fought in 2014. Ovince St. Preux getting a 34-second knockout win in that one. And you'll see there OSP the favorite, minus 240. The comeback on Shogun Hua, plus 200. 39 years old for OSP, 40 years old for Shogun, 6'3" compared to 6'1", 80-inch reach compared to 76. Really interesting matchup. Can Shogun get some revenge all these years later? We'll see. But both fighters, like I said, on the tail end of their career. Next fight we're going to look at here, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson. I wish this fight was 5 rounds, but it's only 3. Really exciting matchup. And you'll see there the line is minus 410 for Michael Chandler. That line's been climbing. If you've been watching the odds on this for a while, a lot of people putting money on Michael Chandler ahead of this matchup. Tony Ferguson plus 320. 36 years old for Chandler, 38 for Ferguson. 5'8" to 5'11", 71.5 to 76-inch reach. So Ferguson going to be bigger in this fight, but Chandler been a lot more active. Ferguson, we've not seen him fight since he lost to Beneil Dariush almost a year ago, and Michael Chandler's coming off a loss to Justin Gaethje. Chandler's actually looking for just a second UFC victory. He's 1-2 so far, but the 2 guys that he's lost to are fighting for a title in the main event of this card, so keep that in mind. But yeah, really interesting fight there. Speaking of rematches, I mentioned that earlier. We've got another rematch. Rose Namajunas taking on Carla Esparza. If you remember, these two fought at the Ultimate Fighter finale. It was Carla Esparza beating Rose Namajunas and winning the title. It was one of those things where, yeah, they're finally having the rematch all these years later. Rose Namajunas minus 200, Carla Esparza plus 165. 29 years old for Thug Rose, 34 for Carla Esparza, 5'5" compared to 5'1", 65 to 63. So Rose going to be bigger, but she usually is in most of her fights. Of course, Namajunas coming off that nice win in her last fight over Weili Zhang in their rematch. She's actually, it seems like all she gets is rematches these days. Has fought the same opponent back-to-back since basically 2017. So nice to see someone a bit different, although this is a rematch, kind of like you're looking here. So again, you look at the resume, pretty impressive wins here. 2 wins over Weili Zhang, 2 wins over Yuani Jacek. Very impressive. Carla Esparza is getting this title shot because she got a really nice win over Yan Shonan, dominated the fight and got the second round finish in that one too. So really interesting fight there in the co-main event. All right, let's get to the main event. We've got Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje. Lightweight title is on the line. If you guys are looking for my pick on this one, I will have a separate video here on Odds Checker. Oliveira right now, the slight favorite, minus 165. The comeback on Gaethje, plus 140. 32 years old for Oliveira, 33 for Gaethje. 5'10" compared to 5'11", 74 to 70. So Oliveira with a 4-inch reach advantage, but outside that, pretty even. Oliveira, if you remember, in his last fight, coming off a nice submission win over Dustin Poirier back in December. He hasn't lost since 2017. It's been a while since this guy has tasted defeat, and that's why he is the lightweight champion. Now, Gaethje is just 1 fight removed from his loss to Khabib Nurmagomedov, getting a nice win over Michael Chandler by decision back in November here. So really exciting matchup. Can Gaethje knock Oliveira out? Will Oliveira get the submission? We'll see what happens on Saturday night. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who are you picking on Saturday's UFC 274 pay-per-view? Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports, and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel at Odds Checker US, where you'll get my breakdowns every single week. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.